Good evening. I'm Tim Brown, Chairman of the Board of Directors at Day Air Credit Union. It's my privilege to welcome you to our 76th annual meeting. Before we get started, I'd like to share a couple of housekeeping notes. If you have any questions throughout the meeting this evening, please email them to annualmeeting@dayair.org. At the end of the formal meeting, we'll spend some time answering the questions that have been submitted live. For those that we can't answer during the meeting this evening, we'll be sure to follow up with you offline. A recording of this meeting and the script will be available at dayair.org/annual-meeting. As chairman, I'm pleased to be starting this year's meeting with a brief video recapping the many accomplishments of Day Air throughout the years, including the impacts we continue to make for our members and our community.
"75 years ago, Day Air Credit Union was created right here in Dayton, and we are the largest financial institution in Montgomery County. We have 5 branches here in the Miami Valley serving over 46,000 members. 2020 was an incredibly interesting year.
2020 was hard emotionally on everybody. Some of our members, too, had more differing circumstances than they had normally had in the past.
As the world locked up and separated, Day Air acted very rapidly to help members the best way we possibly could, with work from home protocols and self-serve channels that members could use. We modified loans, we reduced fees.
But we also helped a lot of our members refinance and help them save money during this time.
We gave gift cards to an awful lot of people that were impacted by the pandemic. We contributed over $65,000 to area nonprofits and worthwhile organizations.
I just think that we care more about our membership, and we go the distance for them, and we want to help them in any way we can.
And we feel that helping our members become better borrowers or better savers, it's helping our whole community as well.
And Day Air Credit Union is here helping folks in the Miami Valley through the various stages of life.
The way I got connected to Day Air was there was a branch location on campus. My parents were already members of Day Air. My mom worked for the University of Dayton.
We were able to help her through different, financial stages.
I started out as this bright-eyed 18-year-old starting college, working 3 jobs, just needing a bank account. And then I bought my first car with the assistance of Day Air, to then becoming a mom at 21 and needing to save for and finance a wedding. I also was able to travel abroad utilizing the services at Day Air as a student. And then as I've gotten older and things have changed, I've moved away. I lived out of state and was still able to bank with Day Air despite being somewhere else. Set up a business account where we rented out the home we owned here in Dayton while we lived in Delaware. To then moving back here, buying another car, getting another car loan, and establishing savings accounts for both of my children that I also have access to all in one place. So I feel like as I've grown and changed, Day Air has continuously met me where I'm at.
You start when they're young in college, and you kind of coach them along as they go through. I watch these children grow up, and I know that at some point I was a part of helping them develop into who they are today.
My account was opened in 1958, a couple months after I was born. My account number is still just 4 digits. I won't let them take my original account number away from me. I have 4 children. They all have accounts at Day Air Credit Union, and I have 2 grandchildren that have accounts. 4th generation. I didn't think about that until now. They've helped me with automobile loans, mortgage loans. When I started my business 16 years ago, they helped me with that. When there was one particular time when I was owed quite a bit of money, and I needed to buy equipment. Well, I went to a bank that I was originally associated with before Day Air Credit Union and said, I need some help. I've owed all this money here. I've got all this new business. I need to buy equipment. They just flat turned me down. So I went to Day Air Credit Union. They loaned me a large chunk of money, more than I'd asked for. And I was able to get through that tough spot. I moved all my business banking over to Dare Credit Union, and it's been a great ride ever since.
One of the things that Dare did in 2020 was ramp up its small business activities. So one of the things we did was the SBA PPP program, and that went really, really well. And we reached out to a lot of small business members and offered them assistance.
I received information on the PPP right when it came out. They did walk me through it, and I was awarded a PPP loan, and that was really reassuring. I did apply for the forgiveness and was granted forgiveness through Dare Credit Union, so that's even better. I guess I can't really say enough about Dare as far as the positivity. I feel like that's where my friends are.
It's impossible to predict the next event that might happen that adversely impacts us or our community. We feel we're very, very well prepared for any eventuality. So Dare Credit Union is extremely safe, strong, financially solvent, and so we're looking forward to tremendous growth in the next 75 years.
Wow. I continue to be amazed at the things that your credit union is accomplishing on behalf of the membership. I'm proud to be your chairman and to be part of this great organization that truly embodies the credit union philosophy of people helping people. At this time, I'd like to officially call the 76th annual business meeting of the credit union to order. Let's please start by observing a moment of silence for our military men and women serving our country, and for the first responders, medical personnel, and essential personnel serving our communities. Thank you. The supervisory committee has informed me that 483 members voted by proxy. Let the record reflect that there is a quorum for this meeting. This year, we're providing minutes from the June 24th, 2020 annual meeting and the 2020 annual report digitally. You can find links to these documents on our website at dare.org/annual meeting. Please refer to the 2020 annual meeting minutes at this time. I'd like to receive the minutes as written. Let the record reflect that the minutes were received. Now I'd like to introduce the rest of your board of directors who serve on your behalf to set the credit union's strategic direction. These hardworking, dedicated individuals volunteer considerable time and energy in fulfilling their duties on behalf of the membership. I'll begin with the executive committee of the board. Al Bertliff, vice chairman. Helen Birdsall, treasurer, and Debbie Solomons, secretary. Other members of the board of directors include Mandy Bingaman, Glenn Costi, Dr. Ralph Frasca, Ray Wagoner, and John Weckesser. Other volunteers consist of the following individuals. The supervisory committee, Dr. Brian Hayes, chairman, Mallory Coakley, and Mike Conway. Our associate directors are Emily Grasso, Sinai Samir, and Katina Stone-Jones. I'd like to also recognize the executive team of your credit union. These individuals are completely dedicated to your credit union and have a relentless drive to deliver value to you, the member owners of Dare. Bill Burke, President and Chief Executive Officer. Janelle Eichstead, Senior Vice President and Chief Experience Officer. John Theobald, Senior Vice President and Chief Lending Officer. Deanna Dolling, Vice President of Finance. April Higgins, Director of Human Resources. Thank you for attending our annual meeting this evening and for your outstanding support and leadership of the credit union. On behalf of myself, the board of directors, and the Dare executive team, I'd like to extend our appreciation for your loyalty in 2020. Look forward to adding even more value and continuing to provide you and all of our members a better banking experience. At this time, it is my privilege and honor to welcome Paul Mercer, the president of the Ohio Credit Union League, to present a special award to Helen Birdsall to honor Helen's tremendous leadership and the impact she has made at Day Air during her time as a director.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And good evening, member owners of Day Air Credit Union. I'm thrilled to be here tonight. I am Paul Mercer, president of the Ohio Credit Union League. It's the organization here in Ohio that represents all 250 credit unions in Ohio, including Day Air, and the 3 million member owners that are served by those credit unions across the state. That's important for two reasons. I have this great job, and it gives me tremendous exposure to basically all the credit unions in Ohio, and I'm very familiar with those across the country too. It's also important because I'm here representing the credit union movement to celebrate with you one of your great leaders. We'll get to that in 1 second. The first reason it's important that I join you here tonight is just to say happy birthday. Essentially, it's your 76th birthday as you're celebrating here tonight, your annual meeting. That's an amazing accomplishment for a strong financial cooperative, and not just a strong financial cooperative, but easily among the best that we have in Ohio, easily among the best that we have across the country. That is what Day Air is for you member owners. And that's just not my contention. It's just not my cheerleading, championing credit unions opinion. I have all the facts and the data and the performance and growth of this credit union. The value creation for its members is truly extraordinary. And your performance truly is among the best in the entire credit union movement across Ohio and across this great country. Now to the real reason I'm here tonight, and that is to celebrate the tremendous leadership of one of your great leaders for the last several decades, Helen Birdsall. And we're going to do that in a very important way. Part of the Ohio Credit Union League is a charitable foundation called the Ohio Credit Union Foundation. 10 or more years ago, it created what today stands as one of the top honors and awards that an individual leading or working in an Ohio credit union can receive. It is called the William A. Herring Society. And tonight, Helen Birdsall is being inducted by your credit union, Day Air, into the William A. Herring Society. And so inductees into the Herring Society inspire others with passion, integrity, leadership, service, and dedication, and selfless, generous commitment to the credit union movement broadly and to Day Air Credit Union and its membership very specifically. The namesake, William A. Herring, is a bit of a legend in the Ohio credit union movement who devoted his entire career, he too has retired, his entire career was devoted to reaching people of modest means with the credit union philosophy and the cooperative structure that's possible in a financial co-op. In his case, Cincinnati Central Credit Union, in your case, Day Air Credit Union. I would like to read you a quote, and I'm going to read it so that I get it perfectly correct. And you will understand more about Bill Herring. You'll understand more about this award that we give, only 72 since 2010 or 11 when we started this award. But this will give you a sense of what Helen Birdsall has meant to your credit union when you relate the meaning of the award, the namesake of the award, to what Helen has accomplished for your credit union. So this is a quote from Bill Herring. "We believe in the dignity of the human being, regardless of their financial condition. We believe we are here to help and help the member help him or herself. We believe that we are here to help our members realize their dreams and find their place in the sun." When Bill Herring is speaking there, the we that he is talking about is credit unions. It's the members of credit unions, it's the leaders of credit unions, and it's the best leaders of credit unions like Helen Birdsall, who is being inducted here this evening. In her time as a director with Day Air Credit Union spanning roughly 2 decades, Helen has served in many roles, selflessly leading your credit union most recently or earlier as chairman of the credit committee, and more recently here as treasurer, a very crucial member of your board of directors, a crucial member of your board's executive committee, and a leader that is deeply responsible for the financials and the economics of the credit union, which, as I stated earlier, are literally some of the best in our entire credit union movement. She was one of the pioneers for the outstanding growth of Day Air Credit Union when she joined your board of directors, elected by you member owners. The credit union was just over 100 million in assets. And as you will hear tonight during your annual meeting, again, among the most successful in Ohio and the country, you are on your way to 600 million in assets very soon here at the tail end of Helen's time on your board of directors. Helen has been very engaged as a director and very important to many accomplishments, opening branches in Centerville and York Commons, renovation of this headquarters that I'm standing in now, critical voice in strategy decisions at the highest level of leadership for Day Air Credit Union, your board of directors, leading Day Air to being one of the top 100 businesses in the Miami Valley and best place to work. And that entire time, Helen has relentlessly focused on the most important thing about this credit union, the most important thing about any credit union are the member owners. And that has been Helen Birdsaw's focus the entire time while she has brilliantly led your credit union. So I am here tonight to induct Helen officially and formally into the Herring Society. The induction comes with a, as you can see, a presentation that I am doing, but also a pendant and a medallion that we will give to Helen. So Helen, come on up here. She's just standing over here out of screen. And this is actually a medallion. You can actually wear it, Helen. So if you neighbors see Helen out there mowing the lawn and you see this gorgeous medallion around her neck, that might be what it is. But normally people would just keep it in this pretty box and display it somewhere to remember the excellence that she brought to Day Air Credit Union for so many years. Helen, congratulations. Let me give you this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Helen.
Thank you. Good evening. In 2002, I wanted to get a car loan. I had heard that you could get a better rate at credit unions, but so many seemed restricted to certain companies, unions, or associations. Then I found Day Air, which served anyone who lived and worked in my county. Since then, I've learned a lot more about credit unions and Day Air in particular. We belong to an outstanding credit union with excellent leadership and management. I am proud to be a member of Day Air and look forward to its continued success. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Tim. And thank you, Helen. You know, Helen, 17 years, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful time having you on this board. You should know that our board is disproportionately made up of analytical types, CPA types, but Helen, by far, you are easily the most analytical and detail-oriented of that group. And so you have done an incredible job as treasurer and as a board member for your 17 years. And so I thank you so much. The credit union appreciates it. Thanks. It's my privilege to be attending my 23rd annual meeting as the president and CEO of Day Air. Many things have changed over the past year, but your credit union still operates by the same principles it was formed with 76 years ago. Day Air exists to enhance the financial well-being of our member owners, and it strives for all members to trust us with all of their financial needs. Day Air empowers associates to act with integrity and compassion on a daily basis. At Day Air, we believe all members are worthy of being treated with the dignity and respect that they each deserve. Day Air is governed by our board of directors who have been elected by you, our member owners, to serve the membership's best interests. Our focus is on you, not the organizational profits. As members and communities, we all face challenges created by the pandemic. Financial strength and stability of Day Air enabled us to provide much needed assistance in a variety of ways, including waiving more than $140,000 in fees for members adversely impacted by the pandemic, donating over $20,000 to members to help get food and other necessities, allowing members to skip up to 3 loan payments on eligible loans, launching a special Here to Help loan for members which featured 0 interest rates for a time, helping over 165 small businesses overlooked by the big banks get more than $6 million in needed SBA PPP assistance. When stimulus funds were sent from the IRS, we worked tirelessly throughout the night in some cases to make sure our members had early access to the funds they needed, up to a full 5 days earlier than the customers of the big banks. Finally, as you would expect, we provided personalized assistance to each member that needed it in order to get through the pandemic. As we near the end of this ordeal, you can rest assured that your credit union will continue to be there every step of the way. As evidenced by our response to the COVID-19 pandemic, we pride ourselves on working with members as needed to remove barriers, solve problems, create opportunities. This mentality and dedication led to historic performance and growth for Day Air in 2020. The credit union ended the year with nearly $525 million in assets and over 46,000 members. As you heard from Paul Mercer, that's tremendous growth from just several years or a decade ago. Your credit union is exceptionally well capitalized. Our net worth continues to far exceed that of our peers. Our commitment to providing a better banking experience for our members remains steadfast. This means looking for new products and services that offer value, enhanced experiences, and contribute to the financial well-being of all members. Last year, we launched numerous products and services that met these criteria, including Premium Perks Checking. This is an innovative checking product with very valuable benefits for members, including roadside assistance, cell phone protection, shopping discounts, and more. We added HSA certificates to our lineup of savings accounts, giving members another excellent way to earn higher dividends. We launched the Day Air Pay Someone app as a standalone app. It provides a safe and secure way for members to send money to family and friends. We enhanced our web chat and texting services to give members a seamless experience when communicating with Day Air across all channels. In short, when you bank with Day Air, you get the best of both worlds, the technology and convenience you'd expect from a large fintech company, as well as the personalized experience that you can only get from a financial institution headquartered right here in your community. Speaking of being in your community, our membership reflects the great communities that make up the Miami Valley. Our decisions are guided by a deep caring of our members, our communities, and our mission to enhance your financial well-being. This commitment continues to lead to a very strong performance financially, year in, year out. I'd like to share just a few of the key highlights your credit union achieved in 2020. Our asset size grew by over 27% to $525 million. And we're now solidly established as the largest financial institution headquartered in Montgomery County. We provided more than $225 million in loans, helping more than 7,500 of our member owners and businesses achieve their dreams. We had a record-breaking year originating more than $100 million in mortgages, including an exceptionally large amount to low-income households. As one of the very few CDFIs, community development financial institutions in the area, we're proud of all the individuals and families we've been able to help achieve their home ownership dreams. We ranked as the 3rd highest source of vehicle financing in the Miami Valley. Day Air was once again listed as a top 100 business and also as a best place to work in the Miami Valley by the Dayton Business Journal. We work diligently to provide our associates with the tools needed to grow their careers. We're confident that this commitment has fostered a great work environment and associates eager to provide a better banking experience to you, our member owners. Finally, we welcomed over 6,400 new members in 2020 and now serve more than 46,000 of your friends, family, and neighbors. As we continue to welcome more members to Day Air each year, our commitment to the communities we serve continues to grow. In 2020, we contributed over $65,000 in donations and sponsorships to organizations in the community. We delivered over $7,500 in meals
to area first responders. We continued our free financial education classes. We awarded 2 scholarships of $1,000 each for continuing education to local students. We partnered with the Dayton Dragons to raise more than $16,000 for the Dayton Food Bank, providing nearly 98,000 meals during the holiday season. Our associates at all levels also volunteered countless time in their respective communities and participated in many local initiatives. Our associates see the difference we make in the lives of members and our community's well-being on a daily basis. You, as member owners, make this possible by keeping your money with a financial institution that also holds those funds right here in our local community. Speaking of keeping things in the community, you likely recall the excitement last year about the naming of Day Air Ballpark, home of the Dayton Dragons. Well, it didn't go quite as planned. A pandemic got in the way of opening that season. Now, a year later, we're just as excited for the first pitch to be thrown at Day Air Ballpark in less than 2 weeks on May 11th. We know that Day Air Ballpark will provide numerous benefits to our members and our communities. It will be a crucial driver of the continued economic renaissance of our region. It will also serve as a reminder to all that when your money is with Day Air, it stays right here in the community, helping fund and support economic growth where we live, work, and play. We're in terrific financial standing, and our new partnership with the Dragons will help improve the financial well-being of both current and new members by accelerating the growth of the credit union. We're excited to be partnering with the Dragons to make a more significant impact in the communities we serve. We hope that at some point very soon, you'll be able to enjoy a game or take part in a community event at Day Air Ballpark. Finally, I'd like to close with how proud I am to serve as the president and CEO of your credit union. I work with some of the brightest, committed men and women in our communities, all focused on delivering value to members and providing you with a better banking experience. Now I'd like to invite Brian Hayes, the Supervisory Committee Chair of your credit union, to deliver this year's audit report and election results. Thank you for your membership in Day Air Credit Union.
Thank you, Bill. Before I provide this year's audit report, please take a moment to review the financial statements found in the 2020 annual report at dayair.org/annual meeting. In 2020, total revenue and total expenses both increased. As assets increased, your credit union remained well capitalized. We're proud to report that your credit union is very safe and sound. To be true to our mission, we invest deposits made by the membership in loans to other members. In 2020, the loan portfolio ended at nearly $400 million. Both deposits and loans grew as your credit union served the needs of borrowers, savers, and investors. This financial statement highlights the sound financial position and strong membership base of your credit union. As we continue to leverage these assets, we're confident that our growth will continue in the coming years. At this time, I'd like to present the findings of our Supervisory Committee report. Our Supervisory Committee is a team of volunteer members empowered to protect your interests as a member owner of Day Air Credit Union. In 2020, the Supervisory Committee engaged BKD Partners, a certified public accounting firm, to execute an independent audit of the credit union. The Supervisory Committee is pleased to report that the credit union's accounting records are accurate, the internal controls being utilized are sufficient, and that the plans and policies established by the credit union's board of directors are being followed. And I'd like to thank all the committees and volunteers for their reports. At this time, I'm going to receive those reports as presented. So let the record reflect that all reports are received as presented. And finally, I'd like to share the results of the election of the board of directors. The membership elected the following individuals by online ballot to serve a 3-year term on the board of directors. We have as an incumbent, Mr. Ray Wagner. We have as an incumbent, Mr. Al Bertliff. And I'm pleased to welcome our newest board member, Ms. Patsy McCurry. Congratulations to you all. Now I'd like to turn the meeting back over to Tim Brown. Mr. Brown?
Thanks, Brian. And thanks to all the presenters for their reports on the state of your credit union this evening. Special thanks to Paul Mercer for joining us. I'd now like to spend some time answering the questions submitted via email. And we do have a few questions so far. If you'd like to submit further questions, please email them now to annualmeeting@dayair.org. I'd like to invite Bill Burke to step back in to answer the questions that have come in so far.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As a member-owned credit union, we exist to enhance the financial well-being of our members. And so it's really important for any member that has a financial issue to come to the credit union and ask those questions. So we're pleased that we do have a couple of questions here from members. First one is, why can't or doesn't DayAir provide loans for farm equipment such as tractors? Great question. We wish that we could make ag loans, agricultural loans, but it's a very specialized field of lending requiring a certain degree of expertise that, quite frankly, the credit union doesn't have. So while we would like to be all things to all people, we just don't have the competency necessarily to make loans like on tractors or other agricultural lending types. But we will help any member with a specialized loan need as a referral type basis and make sure that your borrowing needs are met. If not at DayAir, somewhere else. Let's see, another question just came in. And that is, since DayAir is a credit union, what can each of us do individually to make it stronger? What are some of the benefits of belonging to a credit union versus a bank? And that sounds like a canned question. That is like showing up at DayAir ballpark and having the softball lobbed right over the center of the plate. This is a wonderful question to be able to answer. The simple answer to that question is, the more we all use the services and products of our credit union, the more you as a member benefit from the results and activities of that usage, and the more your credit union grows and prospers and thrives. So it's all about all of us coming together as member owners and utilizing the products and services of our member-owned financial cooperative, DayAir Credit Union. So whatever financial need you have, we have a solution, at least in most cases, if that need doesn't involve agricultural lending. But in almost every case, we have a solution for you. So I appreciate those questions. Please keep them coming, whether you call, email, text, drop in at a branch. We are here to help you, our member owners. So with that, I'd like to turn the meeting back over to our chairman, Tim Brown. Thank you.
Thanks, Bill. Those are some great questions and answers. Thanks to our members who submitted them. And thank you again to everyone for joining us for our 76th annual meeting. There being no other business to address at this annual meeting, the 76th annual meeting of DayAir Credit Union is hereby adjourned. I wish all of you a great evening and a good night. Thank you.